Hi, I'm Mikkel and I'm creator of the game Call Me Captain. I want to give you a basic introduction of what the game is all about and how to play it. But if you need some clarification, there's always the rulebook that you can look into. So Call Me Captain, that's a game for experienced sailors, but also people who are just visiting your boat and don't know much about sailing. The game uses some international sailing rules that most people who are sailing are familiar with, so it's very easy to learn. The goal of the game is to find the most direct route to the nearest port. Your aim is to plot that course by applying the rules of sailing, so the course you sail is determined by some obstacles you meet along the way, such as other ships or cardinal marks. In each challenge, there will only be one possible path to sail, and that's the one you need to find. As you solve challenges, you can obtain a certificate that allows you to take on some certain responsibilities on the boat, such as being a lookout or steering the ship, or even being the captain of the ship. Some levels only use one rule, but some are a combination of several rules, so they can be quite tricky to find the right path. So all the challenge cards in the game are marked with a color. There's the green challenge cards. These are the very basic ones. They're a combination of several of the rules of sailing, so you will learn how to play the game by playing these cards, but they're quite easy. Then there's the blue cards. These are the waypoint challenges. There's the yellow cards. These are the challenges for cardinal marks. There's the red cards that are challenges with only give way challenges. And then we have the purple and the black, and these are the expert levels. That's a combination of all the rules. The purple are a combination of 2, and the expert levels are a combination of all 3 rules of sailing that's used in the game. So how to play the game? Well, you pick up any challenge card that you want to solve, and then you take your pen and draw the suggested solution to the port. When you have a solution, you check in the solution book, or someone else checks the solution book for you, whether you have the correct solution. If you have a correct solution, you mark one of the fields. I've solved a red one, so you mark a red field as completed. And when you filled out all of the red ones, then you can obtain that role. If there's a pen on one of the fields, that means you need to draw the line in one straight go. That's a little bit more fun. Of course, if you have seen the solution and it's wrong, then you cannot get one of the fields on the certificate card. That's why a great tip is to make someone else check the solution for you. And then if you've got it wrong, you can keep on continuing to find out where did I do it wrong. That's the most fun way to play this game. So there are some general rules that's made to make the game even more fun and challenging to play. First of all, you're not allowed to rotate the card, because this game trains you that north is not always straight ahead, and that wind can come from any direction. Secondly, every boat that crosses your direct path to the port are subject to give way rules. So if there's a sailor motorboat that crosses your direct path, you need to either find out if you have the right of way or need to give way for that boat. Thirdly, you're never allowed to cross your own sailing path as you draw the solution on the card. And finally, the final general rule is that if you pass a cardinal mark, you're not allowed to pass it twice before passing another cardinal mark. This means you cannot pass a cardinal mark and then go back the same way immediately. So these general rules are made to make the game more fun and also sometimes a little bit more tricky to find the right path to the port. There are 3 international rules of sailing that's used in the game. First of all, there are the waypoint challenges. So these are the same as if you make some waypoints and you're calculating your route. You say, at this point, I need to go in a southeast direction, for example. The blue cards are only waypoint challenges. What you have to do here is you have to reach all the waypoints on the card. You're not allowed to miss one before you actually reach the port. When you reach a waypoint, you have to set your sailing direction by the compass direction shown here. So for example, here's a southeast, and you have to sail in the southeast direction, of course, according to how the compass is turned. One of the tips is you have to find the starting point yourself, and very importantly, the direction that's set here is the direction you're going, not necessarily the direction that you will end up sailing. Then there's the cardinal marks. So most people who sail know these cardinal marks. That's in many places when you're sailing. There's the northwest and east cardinal mark, and what they say is that you need to pass this cardinal mark on this side. For example, you need to pass north from a north cardinal mark. What's tricky in this game is that you're not allowed to pass directly opposite on the other side of, for example, a north cardinal mark. You're not allowed to pass on the south side on the cardinal mark. You can pass on the east and the west side, but never directly on the south side. This line that you cannot pass it covers the whole card, unless it's dissolved by an island or a rock or another cardinal mark. For a detailed visualization of this, you should look in the manual. The third rule are the give way rules. So most people who sail, or everyone who sails, should know the give way rules, either if they're sailing a motorboat or sailboat. The rules of this game is that if you're sailing, you should always sail the direct way to the port. If you meet a ship that's crossing your line on the direct way to the port, they're subject to give way rules, so you have to find out if you should give way or have the right of way. And one of the things you need to be aware of, if you actually have to give way, the wind can change tack on your next direct route to the port, and you need to find out if you actually still have the right of way or still should give way on the next ship that you meet. So these are the three very basic rules that's used in the game. They're easy to learn, and when you've got that, you have endless hours of fun with the 100 challenges that's in the game. The certificate is kind of a Call Me Captain exam that you can use, especially for people who are very new to sailing, to see which kind of roles can they take on. It's a kind of a fun way to start out learning how to sail when you're on your next boating trip. So the way it works is that if you're sold, for example, a yellow one, you check out one of the yellow fields on the certificate, and when you have filled out all of them, then you can take on that responsibility on the boating trips, and the roles are explained on the back of the card. There are some of them that has a pen that's in some of the fields. Some have many pens, and this is meant that you can only mark these as complete if you have solved the challenge with drawing the path in one clear go. It can be quite tricky sometimes. The black ones are, of course, the expert levels, and even old sea dogs might find some difficulty to solve these. The top one is the Neptune one, and if you follow that QR code, you will be able to download a much larger and complex map, and from there you can actually also download a map kit that you can use to make your own challenges, and if you want to, you can send them to us, and we will make them available for other people. So these are the parts of the Call Me Captain game. That's quickly explained, but you can get started right now. And please, if you have any doubts, everything should be explained in this manual. So look at it. And then also, finally, please check out the videos that we have made about the man overboard cards. That's also a part of the game. So have fun.